Hello, my name is James Graham, and I'd like to introduce you to Chezcasa. So, like many people, I'm a big fan of cooking, but I found that it can be hard to cook economically for just one or two people. Most recipes will call for 4 to 6 servings, and at the same time, I'm not very good at eating leftovers. So, oftentimes, I'll cook. It might be delicious, but then whatever I don't eat that night ends up going to waste. At the same time, if I ever don't feel like cooking because I'm getting home late, maybe because of work or something that I did that evening, then really your only option is to get food from a restaurant. And in that case, there's going to be a lot more oil, a lot more salt, a lot more of who knows what. And I'm walking down the hall of my apartment building and I can smell other people cooking, and I almost want to just kind of knock on their door and ask them, can I have some of what you're having? I will pay you. And so Chezcasa came about as an attempt to solve both of those problems. So this is Chezcasa, still very much a work in progress, but as of right now, the homepage is basically an index of the dishes that are available. So I've just signed out. So now this is how it would look for someone who is not a member of the site. So I can see the dishes that are available. If I click on one individually, I can see all the information about it. So I can see what the name of the chef was, the price, as well as the portion size, how many there are available, because this isn't a restaurant, so there won't be unlimited available, as well as ingredients, the description provided by the chef, and then some categories and tags. But that's all that I can do. I can basically just window shop. In addition, I can look at the chefs. I'm a particular fan of this one, but on the other side, that's me. So I was the chef for the 3 dishes on the homepage, and so it automatically pulls in those different ethnicities that they are. So you could, as a chef, you could specialize in one particular niche if that's what you decided to do. And I should also mention, full disclosure, these are not photos that I took. This is seed data from New York Times. I'm still working up to this point. So now I'm still not a member, so I can't really do anything. I can't buy a dish. I can't post a dish on my own. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up. And I wish that I had that real email. Unfortunately, there's a James out there luckier than me. So I'll go as James H, zip code, the last zip code that I lived in, and I'll leave photo and ethnicities for the moment. So I've now signed up successfully. So if I look at one of these dishes now, I can actually purchase it. And this link on every one of these dishes will take me to a page where I can purchase however many, I guess, up to the number of available meals that there still are. And as you can see, the portion size will vary pretty drastically depending on what it is. So it's pretty flexible on that front. I can also register as a chef, so eventually this will be more complicated. Right now it's just click yes, and then you're registered. And now you can see that gives me the option to post a dish where I would add things that I have cooked and sell them to my neighbors. There is also a profile page, and here you can update your information. I'm going to sign out and sign back in as my chef user really quickly, just so I can show you what that looks like. And so now if I look at my profile, it also shows the dishes that I have cooked in the past. So let's take a look at some of the source code. So some of the things that I was particularly proud of, personally for me, it was some of the different gems that I incorporated. So I am very new to Ruby on Rails. I think I started learning it last Friday. So that is, no, probably 2 Fridays ago. So 13 days. But for the first time I was using devise. I used can to control some of the authorizations. So I have an ability model, something that I'd never worked with before, but that I was able to get working, particularly as it relates to the difference between a normal user and a chef. And then as well as paperclip and image magic, just getting started off using photo URLs, and I didn't think that was that sustainable. So now it's the functionality that you'd be seen on most other websites, and that you can upload photos. In addition, just custom routes, that's something that I'm still still getting the hang of, so when I get them working, it makes me very happy. Future features on the way as I continue to work on this. I've actually got a ton. So first of all, I need a home and about page that kind of explains what it is. I don't expect to show this video to everyone who visits the site. Obviously, continue updating all the CSS. But then some more housekeeping things, like standardizing the ethnicities and categories so they're not kind of free text fields, but it's actual defined lists. Actually incorporating those zip codes that you saw. So my zip code 2000 or 20001. I don't think anyone who is in California would be interested in what dishes that I'm making because they would never be able to buy them. So kind of incorporating the geolocation features. Right now I can't update my password, so eventually would need to fix that. Probably the big one, if I ever wanted to take the site live in a business sense, the big three. So first I would need to add allergies. That would be my biggest concern from like a regulatory standpoint, or not regulatory, but just a health issue. I wouldn't want anyone to eat something that had something in it that would give them an allergic reaction. There would need some kind of expiration. If you posted something last night, it should not still appear. If you posted something a week ago, it should be gone. And then finally, actually implement the purchasing. If I went to one of these dishes and tried to buy it, it takes you to a blank page. So that is Chezcasa, and I'm a bit over time, so I apologize, but have a nice day.